DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, I hope you're all well. It is Thursday afternoon. I've just come back from doing just a little bit of shopping. We done our shopping. It was Thursday today. We usually do our shopping on Thursday, and we were missing out on something, so I just went off for a little walk and got it. Yeah, so yesterday was an interesting day for us. I wasn't able to film what I was doing, mostly because out of the privacy of the other people, but we went to see a friend of ours, a lady friend that we have known for close to 40 years, and she is 92 now. So we went to visit her in the suburbs of Geneva. So it was we took the train, a tram, a bus, and walked the last 150 meters or something like that. So it was a day out, so I could say, and we were supposed to go together to the restaurant. I had planned to pay her meal, and when we got there, I don't know if she'd forgotten, but she was preparing a meal for us. Yeah, the 92-year-old lady. So she was cooking a roast and some vegetables and a few potatoes, and she had some cheese, a bit of wine, and so on. And it was really nice. I mean, she was very close. We were very close when we used to live in Geneva, so in the mid 80s, 1980s. And it's I was telling Mrs. DC, I said, do you think about it? When we knew her, when we met her, she was like, was it probably 15 years younger than we are now? I mean, it's pretty impressive in a way, but it's one of those things that happens. It's funny because I'm just passed beside a woman who's on a FaceTime with somebody, and she looked almost all panicky that I was talking into the screen. It just makes me amuse a little bit how people will react when you do things like that sometimes. I don't know. Oh, anyway, I've interrupted myself. Yeah, so it made us think a lot about friendship, and I pulled out some of the pictures of those years back, like in the mid 80s. Of course, we all look like kids. And I mean, you can see what close to 40 years brings on. I mean, as far as your body and everything, and what you look like. I mean, the lady, of course, she's still very elegant for a lady that age. And I mean, you could see though that ravages of time anyway, a little bit. I mean, her memory wasn't quite as good as it used to be, but goodness sake, she's 92. Yeah. But those are the things that we were talking about yesterday that makes us, realize that the largest part of our life now has been in Switzerland. And it always is amusing because many people, it even happened yesterday with somebody that we met, many people will say, so you're Canadian, and they bring off immediately the fact that you will be stereotypically Canadian when you've lived actually all of your adult life basically here in this country. And you realize that actually very much when you talk with people that are from a country and people that have emigrated. Now, I'm not talking about just simply emigrating for, how could I say it? It's not like if you've just like somebody who's just emigrated for whatever reason and is not intending to stay in the country, probably will not adapt. But if you're like ourselves, that finally are going to spend the rest of your life here, have become, nationals of the country where you're living, you adapt. But there are things that probably just don't change. Like, for example, when I speak French, I still have a slight Canadian French or Quebec accent. And for a very, very simple reason, I just basically never worked in French. I was always using German or English in my workplaces. So French was my language that I used at home, which meant basically that we just kept on with the accent that we had. I mean, if you listen to my children speak, they do not have a hint of a Quebec accent. So yeah, that's just the way it is. But for people, that's the way that they perceive you. I mentioned that the last time, didn't I? That like people often think that we can resist cold really well because we're Canadian. So we were, I don't know, we must have genes, that'll stop you from freezing over or something like that. It's amusing, anyway. Yeah, so just let me cross over here. Yeah. So, yeah, that's just about it. Wasn't much to talk about actually in that respect, but it was very emotional in a way, because you always wonder when you meet up with somebody, in such an advanced age already, will you meet again? Will you be able to meet again? Of course, that's one of the first things that she asked us. She says, let's get together again before long. And I understand why she says that, because we talked about things that were of the past, but we also talked about the present, and we talked about the future as well. So that's really interesting. So if you get some of those really good friends, maybe it's time to go and see them. Yeah, at least we're realizing that. At least with this friend, it was kind of an eye-opening moment. It was we kept in contact, but we had not visited each other enough. Yeah. Okay, that's it. So that'll be it for now. I've spoken long enough for this quick topic. So it'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a good Thursday. Bye-bye.